Hello everybody, we are going to take a quick look at connecting doors, sort of little door tutorial here. This is very simple, won't take very long, and very quickly you will have figured this out, mastered it, and found a way to making door connections yourself. So anyway, the basic things to go over doors is you need door tiles first of all, and you need to have the actual BTS values for the doors, such as this room. One of the reasons I picked it has a lot of doors. Now you see all these numbers on the, let me just actually get a regular door tile here, like that. That's what a door tile looks like in Smile, and with no numbers, that is BTS 00. Tell by right clicking something like that. Right click that 07, plus it shows you the number here anyway, so, and you can give it whatever value you want. So there is that. That is how you make different doors. Only one door connection per BTS is allowed. So that is something to keep in mind. If you want a room with 10 doors in it, you will need different BTS for every one. So you have to keep that in mind. So another thing is, if you're looking for a room that really needs a lot of doors, or you're trying to make one, you could grab a room from the original game like this. It already has a lot of doors, or you can add new doors in. Adding doors will be a different tutorial altogether, because that's slightly more complicated. For now though, let's just work on connecting doors. So as you can see, this just connects up like this, like it does on the original game. And hey, there's high jump. But let's say we want to just get rid of this room entirely. To do that, we have to clone the door, and by doing that, just hover over the door tile, press C, C for clone, and give it a name. In this case, we'll just call it high jump right. You can literally name it whatever, it doesn't really matter. But now that has a name. But we have to clone this side too, so let's do that. Left. I normally do like high, left, right, whatever, that way I know what doors go where. So now that we've done that, so you can see we've just cloned the doors. We press E to enter them. We're still getting into this room here. Now what we want to do is press D over the door tile. This brings up the door editor, and you will be using this quite a lot if you're making a hack, so get familiar with it. These numbers we don't need to mess with so much right now. But you can see these are our clone doors here. You can see these values here changing. So the right door, which is what we want this left one to connect to, click on that, transfer those properties over, so now it has those door properties in there, and then click remember. You have to do that. Close out, and then you have to save the room as well. Now when we enter it, now it pops us out back here. Still have this though. Not what I want to do. Now you just repeat the process for here. Remember, and also with this one's more BTS. Make sure you have the right BTS in there, which if you do the door editor right over top of it, you shouldn't have any problem. It should come up right there, so make sure to do that. Save the room. And look at that, we just got rid of that connection. Let me actually do this. And just like that. That is literally all there is to doors. Connecting them anyway. There are some other things that we need to get into though. Let's say, for instance, we don't like this door cap. Now I just deleted the door, but don't worry, it's already connected and saved, so all we need to do is have the door tile, which I passed over, and have the right BTS. Save that. And it's still good because that door tile is alright. But this brings up an issue. So you'll see here. This happens. question is, you just got rid of the door, so why is this here? That is a very simple fix to do. Hit D, click that box off. Yes, it is a button. Jathies did things. When you click it on, obviously you see it shows the door opening or closing. Click it, it doesn't show anything. So what that does is it gets rid of that door closing, opening animation entirely. And just like that. And you can have the other side still closed properly. It looks a bit weird going between them like that. Oftentimes you'll have doors like this where there's no door cap on either side because that looks better than, you see that transition there, that door showing up like that. That looks a little bit weird, but that is how you do that. Another very simple little thing. Something else which we need to look into, because it's slightly different, is vertical doors. And what this is doing is not showing me... Okay, you're going somewhere else. Such as this vertical door here. So let's just, if we want this door, let's just go ahead and clone it. We'll just call this top. So we want to skip Crocomire because Crocomire is stupid. And down here, let's clone this one. Bottom. So, transfer, remember, save, go through, do it to the other door. It's already on bottom. Remember, save. Now, there's actually a slight issue with this. There is something you have to do still. But it won't show up this way. It's only when you go back up. You jump up, and then you're caught in the door. Like, that does not happen in the original. What you have to do here, this is something Jathies overlooked, which you have to do yourself. This here, this pink one, this 8,000, is distance from door. Put in 01CO, at least I think that's it. Remember, I guess we'll find out here shortly. Save it again, go test it real quick just to make sure. Jump up. And there you go. Always remember, and it doesn't matter on the down door because obviously it puts you out far enough down where it doesn't matter. But just barely making it up through the door. The 01CO puts you at just the right height so that you come out right on top. You don't get stuck in it. So remember that as well. That's an important thing to keep in mind. It's only with the upwards vertical doors. You can use that to also have this bit same as out elsewhere and whatnot. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so something else you can do that might be useful, good to keep in mind, is I've went ahead and edited a little bit here. I've raised these two doors up 2 tiles. And I connected them again, but you end up with this error if you do this. This door shows up right here. It's like, something is clearly not right with this. Do not worry about this. This is also a very easy fix. So what you can do, and the reason it does this is because the door editor defaults the doors to the middle, because in Super Metroid all the doors are always in the middle, exact middle of a scroll block, so all the door caps will always default to this. So what you can do is right here under YI, this third pink box. Now I'm going to explain this a little bit. This might be a little bit technical, but this shouldn't be too difficult to grasp. What this is this first number right here, the 0, that is the scroll block that the door appears in. So that's a 0, this door appears in scroll block 0 on the y-axis, which is the vertical axis. If it was x-axis, it'd be 0, 1, 2, so on and so forth. So we look over here, the door on the left, scroll block 6. Those are both correct, those are fine. What we're interested in is the second number. We raised it up 2 blocks. So let's make it a 4. Remember, save, and see what happens. So now we've done that. The door is in the right spot. So again, a very easy fix. It's not actually that common. Go ahead and fix it on the other side too. You don't often see this done, but it's important to know that way. If you do ever want to do offset doors from the middle, from the center of the scroll block, you can do it. And it's not that hard to get the door caps going correctly. You can also do this with the vertical doors. What you would end up doing is, instead of YI, you go to XI. And that is where you would put your value to change the door cap location, because it always defaults to the center. So something to remember, you can always just fool around with this. You may think because it was raised up 2 blocks, it may get into your head, oh, well, it was raised up 2 blocks, so we raised the value by 2. Obviously, that's not how that won't work, but it's not going to hurt anything just to test it out real quick and try. And this is often how I end up doing a lot of stuff, is by trial and error. That's kind of interesting looking, actually. But just trial and error, and if it doesn't work, go back, change it the other way, and you should be fine. So again, YI for vertical, the XI for the horizontal. YI for horizontal doors, moving them up. Good lord. And the XI for the vertical doors to move them left and right on the screen there. So that is the basic gist of door editing. There really isn't much else there to do. I guess the only other things would be door caps, which if you want them, they are PLMs. And these just simply appear where you place them. These do not default to the middle, so you're fine just placing them over your changed door cap location that's off center, and it's fine. You don't need to worry about doing anything. But that is just where you place it in the room, so that's kind of nice. So yes, just remember door BTS. It's important. Let me actually demonstrate something here. If I stop bumping my mic, let's change this to, you know what, no, let's change that back. Let's do the left doors because these are all even, and move you out of the way. So if you felt like being silly, that's not what I wanted to do. It's kind of hard to reach across my keyboard and my mic to get this. And we'll do this one too as well. Let's just get you out of the way. Save that. So now what I've done is I've made all these doors the same, even though they're in different locations. They have the same BTS value, and we already connected that up to over here. So all these doors will take you over there. Just like I said, you can't just put in another door and have it go somewhere else. You need the BTS values in order to make a door go somewhere else. So something else I could show real quick is, let me actually just do some quick little editing here. Let's put, you know what, we're making this whole thing solid. They can't get through that no more. But let's do this. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's a hack. It doesn't have to be pretty. So like that. Skip 2 blocks down. That looks really nasty, honestly. I'm sorry, I cannot abide nasty stuff. This is already painting me enough. So, with this, we're just using the same door. There's just another tile down there. And it will work like it looks like a smile. I can't cross this wall here. Obvious little path underneath, so if we get down, roll through here, this will work just like that. There is one, actually, you can't really see the bottom very well. Oh well. But yes, I did indeed roll under there. There is one little issue with this. If I roll back through, you'll notice the door cap up top closed, even though I went through a door, which you obviously can't see from there. I went through this door down here, which does not have a door cap. Reason being, same BTS, it's set up to close the door cap at this location. If you want to not have that, what you would end up doing is, like, this is entirely fine. Neither of these have door caps, so you can use one door to go over here. What you would have to do is give this room a new door pointer because it only has one door in the list. That's all the doors it has. You would need to give it a new door pointer with 2 doors. You would have to give this the separate values, the next door, which would be 0, 1, and then connect it up and then have it not close the door cap. Kind of silly. You know what? You might actually end up needing to do both doors. Let me test this real quick. Let me just grab, actually, let's look at the pointer. The door pointer, B18E. And this is how you swap door pointers. B18E. Save that. No. Now that we've done that, hey, we have 2 door pointers. That's the problem though. Okay. Let's clear these clone doors. Let's clone again. Left 1, and then we want this to be the other value. This will be left 2. So we save that. So now we want to transfer the properties. We want the door cap to close. Now let's transfer this one over. Not have the door cap close. Now if this, I think this is going to do something though. Let me test it just real quick here. Because now that should be fine. This should be fine. Good. And the door cap did close on that. So when we come in here, and then go back out, no door cap closed. Okay, so it actually did work. I was expecting this to be open and not close. So yeah, that worked right there. Just make sure its door cap is real. Okay, so yeah. So to do that and make it look better, not have a door cap randomly close for some reason, even though you didn't use it, you need the extra door. So that is one way of getting around that. Making something look a little more interesting, polished, however you want to say it. So yeah, that is that. You would obviously do something similar with vertical doors. The same principles apply to all that. Something else we can do, actually I might as well do it here just for fun. Let's make this a drop. What door values are not used? So 5, it's a 4, it's 1. Look like 06 is safe. Let's grab that, put that there. 6. And let's say we just want it to put you out. Save that. In here somewhere. You can do that with just the one door. You only need one door transition to enter a room. You'll need one to exit it, but it doesn't have to be in the same spot. Here's what I mean. Any edge of a scroll block can be cloned as a door. So let me just clear those out. Just hold your cursor over the edge of a scroll block, hit C, and you can clone it. So let's say just drop. Drop, transfer, no door cap. Remember, save. Now we'll get an error with this, which you'll see here. So we get in here and we drop in. But things look a little weird. There's a reason for that. Just as a quick aside, this has to be, you see it's a blue scroll, it has to be a green scroll for a vertical door. For a downward vertical door. It could be a blue scroll for upward vertical door. But for the downward, you have to have it a green. So if you have a room like this where it's just a scroll pointer, that's easy to change. Just go into pointers, scroll, see what that does. Now they're green. So now when we do this, we won't get that graphical error. And we just fall in right here. So you can see, you don't need the other door up top there. You can just clone the edge of the scroll, and you can clone top, left, right, bottom. Doesn't matter. Any of those locations. So with something like that, this would not make sense at all, but that kind of fits my kind of hacks I make. So if we do something like this, you make a little puzzle. You're like, hey, look at this. There's an item over there. You can't reach it from there. You see an exit path. Like, oh, well, that's obviously where the exit comes out, but you can't do anything because it's a crumble. So you hide something somewhere. In this case, it's just right here. We're in here. It's like, oh, now we can get our item, and now we have our exit path. And we can get out. See? Just like that. So that's just some of the stuff you can do with doors. They're really not that hard or complicated, but you can do a lot of interesting stuff. Move the door caps, where they load the axis, both horizontally and vertically. You can do this. You can drop a player in a room. Don't need a door up top here. Use the couple different doors if you have a tunnel underneath. That way the door cap will still close when they go through it, or when they come through this one, door cap doesn't close, it's already shut. So I hope this was of some help. Maybe you've learned something to be able to fiddle around with the doors a little more.